Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Soul Talk podcast. I'm Mary Beth Rim. And in this episode of Mindset in Motion, we are exploring resilience, not just as the ability to withstand challenges, but as a living, breathing practice of moving forward with strength, wisdom, and grace. Through personal stories, practical tools, and mindful reflection, you'll learn how to embody resilience in both movement and life, carrying it with you through setbacks, challenges, and seasons of change. And the purpose of this episode is to reframe resilience. Instead of seeing it as rigid toughness or endless endurance, you'll discover how resilience is fluid, something that moves with you, grows through you, and shapes you. By the end, you'll be equipped with both mindset shifts and physical practices that help you live resilience in motion. So again, welcome to the Mindset in Motion series. I'm Mary Beth Rim, and I believe that the way we move through life, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is what defines our path forward. And today's episode is about resilience in motion. And before we dive in, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel where I share meditations, reflections, and we have these conversations to support your journey of mind, body, and spirit. And again, I thank you. So when we think of resilience, we often picture somebody unshakable, right? On a standing tall, never bending, never breaking. But in truth, resilience is not about being immovable. It's about being able to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing your center, and to keep moving forward when life challenges you. So think of it this way. Think of bamboo in the wind. It bends, it sways, it even creaks under pressure, but it rarely snaps. That's resilience in motion. So I learned this lesson early in life. And again, at the age of 10, when I had my open heart surgery, it was terrifying at that age. I didn't fully understand what resilience even meant. Didn't even understand really what was kind of going on or happening to me. But what I do remember is the slow process of recovery, learning how to breathe again without pain and taking those first small walks down the hospital hallway and slowly building back my strength. That experience taught me that resilience is not instant. It's a lightning strike that makes you strong in the moment. It's a step after step, choice after choice, until one day you look back and you realize, wow, I came through that. And you can too. And no matter what you do, or where you've been, any type of traumas that have affected your life, you too can come back and be much more resilient. So again, like fast forward years later to my life as a runner, and there was this race. It was humid, it was sticky, the kind where your lungs feel heavy and every step feels twice as hard. I think that was probably one of like the Miami half marathons or the Florida half marathons, where it was really, really just a heavy, sticky, humid day. And I remember thinking that this isn't the race I trained for. But that's the thing. Life rarely gives us the perfect conditions. It's never going to be, sunny and 60 or 50 degrees out. Resilience is meant for adapting. So what I needed to do was slowing my pace, listening to my body, adjusting my expectations. And I think that's really the key is in resilience, it's really about adjusting your expectations. So crossing that finish line wasn't about a time on the clock. It was about reminding myself I can endure, I can adapt, and I can keep moving. So take a moment here. Think about a time when you had to adapt, when your original plan fell apart, but you found another way through. How'd you experience that? How did it shape you? What strength did you discover in yourself that you didn't know was even there? And resilience doesn't just live in the body, it lives in our careers, our relationships, and our hearts. There was a season in my professional life where everything felt uncertain. When you're in business, it's never linear. It's always up and down. It's a roller coaster ride. So years of experience in mental health, coaching, and wellness, and yet doors weren't opening the way I had hoped. It would have been easy to give in to discouragement, but instead I treated it like training, one foot in front of the other. And it was continuing that movement. I reminded myself that detours often led us to unexpected places of growth. Looking back, those very setbacks pushed me to create this podcast that you're listening to now. And that resilience, it redirects us when we least expect it. So, how do we practice resilience in motion? So, here are some couple simple yet powerful tools. So, when life feels overwhelming, notice your breath. Deep, steady inhales and long exhales resets your nervous system and it grounds you. So, another one would be break down big challenges into like little chunks into the next right step. Don't focus on the marathon. Focus on the next mile. It's 1 mile at a time. And don't focus on that mountain or that hill. Focus on the next foothold. You can climb it. It's just one step. And then you can also, when you hear, I can't, add one word. Yet. I can't do this yet. I can't do this yet. So because that single shift of yet moves you from defeat to possibility. So one of my favorite examples of resilience isn't really about me. It's about the people that I've run alongside. I remember coaching a runner who was coming back from an injury, and she doubted herself every mile, but she kept showing up, even when her pace was slower than she wanted, even when her confidence wavered. So on race day, she crossed the finish line with tears in her eyes, not just because it was her fastest race, but because it was proof that she hadn't given up on herself. That's resilience in motion, the quiet, daily commitment of showing up. That consistency of showing up every single day. And it's not about, putting in positives every single day. Because sometimes it's not about, you know, building yourself up. It's not about the positives. Sometimes we have to look at those emotions. We have to look at what's kind of going on. And that's resilience too. And resilience isn't a single event. It's a rhythm, a practice, a way of moving through life. It's failing, it's falling, it's learning, and it's stepping forward again and again and again. So I'll ask you, where in your life right now do you need to call on resilience? Is it in your body? Is it in your relationships? Your work? Your spirit? wherever it is, remember, you are not standing still. You are in motion, and you're also not alone. I want to thank you for being here with me today. If this episode spoke to you, I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I share guided meditations and conversations that go even deeper into these practices. Together, we'll keep building resilience step by step, mile by mile, moment by moment. I'm Mary Beth Rim. Until next time.